We are back with another episode of the SOS Wellness Show. Giving some love, giving some wellness, giving some healing to all my SOS Wellness warriors out there. I hope this message and you hear my voice finds you feeling very calm. And if you're not calm before, I hope hearing this episode is going to allow you to get to a place of calm, a place of understanding, and a place of knowing how to move forward wherever you are in life. My friends, we have a great topic today. I'm excited to share everything that has been going on with me and how I've been able to transform my life and how I'm able to communicate with you all. So therefore, every gem that I pick up along the way, I try to make sure I get the little salt base, sprinkle it on my wellness warriors. You feel me? Because I've been, for the longest, honestly, I've been wondering about my purpose for so long now, my friends. I used to literally go to the lake and just stare in the water. I would literally have a Lion King moment, except for I wasn't looking for, my dad in the water. I was just looking for answers in the water. You understand what I'm saying? So it's been a long time coming, and if I can help at any moment to share any of the wisdom, any of the tips that I've had about my purpose, that is exactly what the SOS Wellness Show is about. So be sure to tune in each and every week. So therefore we can spread and understand this knowledge. And if you join the SOS Wellness community, it's going to be a link in this bio. You'll be able to communicate. We'll be able to have discussions on these wellness topics. Because is it just me or everybody? It doesn't seem like a lot of people are talking about wellness. Is it just me? I feel like the news, everybody's talking about that. People talk about politics, but it's not a lot of places that just talk about, like, how are you doing? How are you feeling right now? What's going on in your world? So that's the whole point of the SOS Wellness Warrior community. We have a safe space for everybody to talk about wellness, mental, physical, and emotional, even spiritual wellness. We family, y'all. You stuck with me. I'm stuck with you. And I'm happy because I want to have more people, more like-minded individuals around the world. So therefore, we know that we're not alone. And today I wanted to talk about impact over everything, okay? I know it's success over suicide, but listen, today we are talking about impact over every single thing. This weekend, I had the opportunity to speak at the Level Up Tour in Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to Raw Renee. Thank you for putting on such an amazing tour. 5-city tour, my friends. 5-city tour she put on. The last stop was ATL. And when I tell you it was a blast, it was one of my first tours to be a part of, to see all these amazing speakers go before me, just watching and studying. It was amazing. I was like, wow, I'm a part of this room. And honestly, I'll be transparent. I prepared for a speech that I wanted to give, or a talk that I wanted to give before the audience. It was going to be a 10-minute talk. And I had a great talk lined up. And then I was one of the last people to go. So literally it's from 9 a.m. to pretty much 4 a.m. And all in between, we had a little lunch break, but all in between there was like speaker after speaker back to back. So I was literally wondering, like, oh no, is my message going to get lost in the sauce? How is this going to work? Usually I'm the only speaker where I'm going, so I can sort of kind of add my razzle dazzle and it'll be like, mwah. But being around all the, even though it wasn't a competition, it was still very, it pushed me to be better. It made me want to feel like it was a competition. And being around speakers who speak life, right? We're all into making affirmations. So there were a lot of people who were sharing affirmations with the audience, which is amazing. And then I started to doubt myself, my friends. I'm not going to lie. I started to doubt myself because I'm like, man, we have had a few speakers talk about affirmations, and I have a speech about affirmations. So I started to feel like, oh my, what am I going to do? Should I change up everything? Or how am I going to hit the stage? What's going to be up next? How am I going to do this? What is this? What is that? But my friends, when I took the stage, and I just got to pause for the cause because I want you to think about what is something that you do as soon as you do it. All of that doesn't matter. all of the overthinking, all of the self-doubt that you had doesn't matter. What is that one thing that as soon as you pick it up, as soon as you do it, as soon as you step on stage, as soon as you pick up the mic, as soon as you pick up the pencil, what is that thing that you can do that allows you to erase and float above any negativity, any thoughts making you feel like you aren't good enough, any voices telling you that you won't make it? What is that thing that when you hop on that saddle, you take off? Because my friends, as soon as I took the stage, the first thing that I saw, which was amazing, I was able to see my father smile. I saw my dad smile as soon as I hit the stage. When I tell you, my dad is a Jamaican man. Shout out to all the Jam Rock. Shout out to my Jamaican family out there. You already know who you are, man. Brown stew chicken, rice and peas, cabbage. Hey, I got my order ready. Don't worry about it. Jamaican all day, my friends. But my dad is Jamaican, so therefore I say that because he doesn't really show a lot of emotion. Like I mentioned, we were there from 9 to 4. And even the whole before I even picked him up, he was like, "Hey, I'll ride with you." I was like, "Dang, you sure I'm gonna be there all day?" You don't really give off the you want to be you want to sit around all day, but he was like, "I hang out." And even from 9 to 4, I didn't see any really emotions on his face. Sometimes I would see him write stuff down. I'm like, "Wow, yes, so glad my dad is here to experience this." And then as soon as I took the stage around 2:30, so after all these speakers, I looked up and I saw my dad smile. When I tell you that was amazing, I saw my mom in the audience as well. She was just smiling, recording me the entire time. What an amazing impact. Here I was thinking that I wasn't unique enough or if I had anything to say, but just seeing that smile on his face was amazing. And I was trying to figure out how could I make my speech different? How could I do this? How could I do that? And thankfully, after the end of my speech, I was talking to a young lady. She told me, she was like, because of your speech, I want to speak next year. I want to share the story of me overcoming suicide. My friend, I was so busy trying to figure out how I can be different, how I can come with the moves and be all fancy when all I need to be focused about is the impact. That impact right there to allow somebody to not only go through something, but willing to now share it, all because I shared my message. You all, it's impact over everything. So, what's that one thing that you're overthinking right now? What's that presentation or that song or that book, that conversation that you need to have? It's about the impact. What is the message that you're trying to get across? If you can just focus on that part of your goal, you'll be able to succeed over anything. You'll be definitely able to succeed over the suicide of your mental health goals and life. So I want you to ask yourself that question. How can you focus on impact over everything? And one thing that has helped me with impact over everything, let me tell you something right now. It's falling in love with myself. And not only falling in love with myself, but creating a culture within myself to where I'm able to grow, elevate, promote myself, reflect with myself, have meetings with myself, so therefore I can figure out how to become my greatest self. That's the whole purpose of being alive, my friends. I know some people may feel stagnant, may feel behind, but no, 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 no. Don't compare yourself to anybody on any social media platform. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. The goal here is to get better from who you were before. So it doesn't matter who that was, as long as you're moving forward, you're moving in the right direction, my friend. And there's a quote that says, reflect what you desire so you can attract what you expect. I got to say that one more time for the people in the back. Reflect what you desire so therefore you can attract what you expect. If we want people to be more open to us, we have to be more open to ourselves. If we want people to listen to us with a deeper meaning and they don't listen to respond, they listen to understand, then we have to start listening to ourselves to understand. Sometimes we think something and we automatically just start yanking away at our thoughts, or that's not good enough. Any idea that comes through, we automatically bash ourselves immediately. What kind of culture can you build within yourself? And I have a few tips that I want to go over. So one, the first step is you have to decide what your culture is going to look like. Okay, you have to decide, is it fun? Is it funky? Y'all be dancing. Like when I say funky, I mean like, just we want the funky, we gotta have that. Just like a nice, what's your culture? Because all of us have all had jobs before, right? Whether you work in corporate or you work in food, or even if it's gig work, every time you walk into a place, it's a certain kind of culture. So, in your mind, in your heart, I want you to develop a certain kind of culture within yourself. So, therefore, when you wake up every single day, you're like, yes, we about to do this right here. I can do this. I will do this. I feel supported to do this from the environment that I have created within. It's going to allow me to continue to ascend and ascend. Because you got to think about it. Even these NBA teams, these NFL teams, any team has a certain type of culture. And this culture, even corporations, all these big corporations have a culture that's running behind the scenes. A culture is how you treat your people, how you embrace ideas. So how are you treating yourself? How are you treating your ideas? I want you to start thinking about that as you're building and understanding the culture that you have within. My next tip, I would say, I want you to take time to reflect often. Reflect. Literally. I've been working in corporate for a very long time. And one thing that I love about that entire environment is we reflect often. We have moments of reflection. And sometimes it's like, oh, we really got to talk about this. Really, we really just went through this. We got to do this. But yes, we do. I want you to think about all those uncomfortable situations that it's not sitting right with you, and figure out how you can let go, let all of the ideas, all of the emotions out in this reflection time. You can even write it down if you want to, date it, put it in a journal, because this is going to help you stop overthinking. This is going to help you stay focused. And when you are focusing on the next thing that you need to do, you're not so caught up on what previously happened, what previously did not happen. Okay, so I want you to reflect often and make that a part of your culture. Let me see. The next one I want you to do is surround yourself with people who want to see you do better. Because sometimes we can downplay ourselves. I want to give a shout out to my brother right here. Shout out to my brother Wayne, man. Shout out to my brother from the same mother. That's my brother for real. He's literally my trainer. I don't know if I could tell, but I'm trying to cut up a little something over here. You feel me? I ain't puny no more, y'all. I'm trying to get a little. I remember even just this morning, he was telling me, okay, we about to do a set of jump ropes. The first 20 seconds, you're going to do regular. The second 20 seconds, you're doing high knees. The third 20 seconds, you're doing side to side. Literally. The first one, knocking out. And then I'm like, does he not know I can't do high knees? I can't do high knee jump rope. But my friends, I could. He said, yes, you can. Come on, let's do it. So let me tell you, and when I tell you I was doing it, the beauty of just surrounding yourself with people who see you doing so much more than what you're doing right now has a huge impact on your success. So if you're surrounding yourself right now with people who see you, who keep reminding you of who you were, if you're surrounding yourself with people who won't let it go, won't let go what you did in the past, I want you to think about how you can surround yourself with even better people, even more people who want to see you rise, who want to remind you that I can see you. It may not be going on right now, but I can see it. Because guess what? The more that you can surround yourself with that type of ideology and that mindset, the more that mindset has a higher chance of embedding itself in your mind. And can you imagine if you're able to see yourself at the highest potential like other people around you do? You'll be unstoppable. You'll be amazing. You'll literally be your greatest self because you're becoming greater and you're not allowing for the past or overthinking to set you back. You're allowing yourself to continuously evolve, continuously overcome, continuously being able to rise above those negative thoughts, those negative emotions that are constantly trying to pull you down back and back, even further below where you were before. And my last tip, I want you to show yourself appreciation. This is the culture that you have to build, my friend. You have to show yourself that you matter. You have to think about it. In every job that you probably left or that you are at right now, you're wondering, when was the last time these folks showed me that they appreciate me? When was the last time they even acknowledged that I worked overtime? When was the last time? And so I want to ask you, when was the last time you took time to be like, we made it through that storm? When was the last time you took a time to just realize you thought you weren't going to be able to make it, but you did? When was the last time you told yourself that you are enough? See, this is the culture that we have to start establishing with ourselves. So therefore, we can reflect what we desire and attract what we expect. The more that you love yourself and appreciate yourself, create a culture that promotes yourself, the more you'll be able to push past any limitations, kick down any doors, and rise to becoming your greatest self. My friends, those are the tips that I have on becoming and developing, cultivating a culture that allows you to fall in love with you. Those 3 tips were: decide what you want your culture to look like. Is it fun? Is it serious? How do you want it to look? I want you to reflect often, review any situations that went very well versus situations that didn't go very well in your mind, and take any lessons learned from there, so therefore you don't have to overthink in the future. And the next one was surround yourself with people who see you doing better, because guess what? That mindset is going to trickle down to you. You don't want to surround yourself with people who remind you of who you used to be, if that was a vibration that does not help you elevate. The more you can increase the vibration around you, you'll be able to increase the vibration within you. The last one is self-appreciation. It's important to show yourself that you matter. You have to have some form of celebration, appreciation, and gratitude for yourself. So therefore, the subconscious, that mind that's always listening, that little girl, that little boy that's within you is aware, is affirmed that they should keep going. My friends, I appreciate you for joining in on another episode of the SOS Wellness Show. Remember, you have to reflect what you desire in order to attract what you expect. Till next time.